Sometimes I do things over the top, like Warriors Challenge, like not drinking any of this delicious orange juice or Coke right now.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? From Slam Sector, I'm Alex Damon. Welcome to Let the Galaxy Burn. It's the show with hot questions, hotter wings, and even hotter promethium. And today we're joined by the cast of Slam Sector, Matt, Ryan, Jordan, and Elliot. They're all huge Warhammer fans who will be launching their very own YouTube channel on September 12th. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Alex.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Before we get rolling, I gotta ask, how are you with spicy food?
Love
very
it.
good.
I'm a
It's
spicy.
pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll see if I can handle, from here over. But
I'm gonna try to get through the whole thing without stopping to take a drink.
I'm not gonna make no honor promises, but I do like a little bit of spice, but not a lot of spice, so I'll struggle.
I kind of like spicy food. It didn't dawn on me until I got here and I saw this setup that I would be partaking in this, but I'm ready.
damn, you're gonna leave us hanging?
I just didn't think about it, and now I'm ready. I can do this, I think.
I believe in you.
Thank you. I'm also more of a Star Wars fan, as you know. I know nothing about Warhammer, so I'm going to be coming to you with plenty of questions as a newbie. Are you ready to get started?
Let's
Hell
do
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Give me danger.
So we're going to mix up how this works a little bit. We are each going to roll the d6 to choose which sauce we're starting with. Once the sauce is eliminated, we will roll the die again, and we'll go down the line without that sauce in there until all of the sauces have been eaten. So, Elliot, would you like to roll the dice first?
Absolutely. 5.
Starting with a hot 5.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Alright, that puts us
So
on
what is
Seventh
this?
Reaper. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Woo!
Be over here.
Yeah, cheers.
Oh man,
I like that flavor.
Okay.
it's already so hot. This is the first one.
Ooh, this one's hanging out for a little bit.
This is a very front tongue heat for me.
Yeah.
It's lingering for me.
It's not a slow
It's
burn.
good though.
It's kind of smoky almost.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
Tastes like a campfire.
Okay.
I like to do this.
Can you hand me a paper towel? My fingers.
Oh yeah, that one's hanging out on the palate.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's good.
This
That's
is
a good one.
does not bode well for little Elliot.
It's it's a bit of a back tongue tingle.
Yeah, I'll give you
They
that.
started in the front and is moving through and filling the mouth out, you know?
Very Slaneshi, yeah.
Yeah. Slam.
Gross.
Hey! There we go.
Ugh.
So what do you got for us, Alex?
For your first question, what was your first exposure to Warhammer, and what really got you into it?
My first exposure to Warhammer was Ryan telling me all of the lore of Warhammer, predominantly on a flight to Boston to go to PAX East. For a full 2-hour flight there and back, he just kind of screamed over the sounds of the plane all Warhammer lore into my ear, and I was indoctrinated from there.
Could the entire plane hear that?
I would hope so.
Do you think you changed any other hearts and minds on that
I was
plane?
teaching a lot of people that day.
Preaching,
It was more
preaching
like
the
a
word.
sermon.
The good
Yeah, it was
word.
more like a sermon. If anything.
Bearing the word, would you say?
Standing in the aisle.
Yeah, he took, while they were trying to do the buckle up announcement, he like went up and pushed them out of the way,
Yeah.
and then just started proselytizing to the
Over
people.
the loudspeaker.
I was sharing the primordial truth, you know?
Exactly.
You know who else is buckled up? The Emperor and his throne.
Hey!
My man, yeah.
Yeah,
Alex knows what we're talking about.
Safety first, says
If
the
only you had
Emperor.
been on that
Exactly.
plane, you would know everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what could have been? I'd be Warhammer explaining.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
There's still
We'll get there.
All right, boomstick.
Oh man, I honestly don't know what my first exposure was. I've kind of been into the lore for a long time, but what really got me to the game, which I'm sure is the same for a lot of people, was the YouTube series Astartes. That shit was so bananas that I was just like, yeah, I gotta start a Space Marine army and just play this game. Yeah, it's pretty rad.
I've seen that.
You have? That's
Yeah,
pretty
we
good.
showed you. Yeah.
Yeah. And that didn't make you want to start an army?
Wrong answer.
All right, understandable.
So yeah, when I was a kid, my parents bought me Battlemaster, which was like a toned-down version of Warhammer Fantasy Battles, and that got me into miniatures. And I just started like buying miniatures, and then one day, I went to a hobby town down in like Columbus, Georgia, and they had a Space Marine fire base, and I saw these like Space Marine dudes firing bolters off this like tower, and I was like, what the fuck is that? I want to play that. And so I bought a few Space Marines. Didn't even know how to play the game. Didn't even know it was a game. And then in middle school, somebody was like, oh yeah, Warhammer 40,000, we play that. And it has these guys in it. I was like, oh, I have them. They're Space Marines. And that's all she wrote.
It's been downhill ever since.
Yeah. I've had boxes on boxes in my closet of models I haven't built yet ever since then.
Nice.
So, yeah.
What did you call it?
Huh?
Don't you call that stack of boxes?
Oh, I call that my Tower of Shame. Yeah.
There you go.
And I trimmed it down, and then because I was getting out of the hobby, I trimmed it down, I sold a bunch of it off, and then I saw Star Days. And I talked to Matt like one evening, and now my Tower of Shame is like twice as big as everyone else. So, yeah.
Amazing. So I had a bit of a false start and then a real start, and I won't bore you too long with those stories. But first one involved an airport too, actually. I had just started a new job, and this was like 10 or 11 years ago. And I'm going to some training for that job, and I meet my coworker at the airport, and I walk up to the gate where we're waiting, and he's reading a book that just says orcs on the front of it. And I'm like, yo man, what you reading? And he like tries to put it away before I see it, but it doesn't work. And I was like, hey man, no, I play D&D too. They have a whole book about orcs. He's like, well, it's about Warhammer. And so then he and I talked about it on the way out there, to the point to where it like scratched the itch just barely enough to where it was the first time I ever bought Wi-Fi on a plane, right? And I was Googling it while we're flying out to some training. And yeah, I got wrapped up into it, bought some shit while we were on the trip, and came back and tried to harangue a few friends into it. And it kind of fizzled out because this is like when 6th edition was out, and the game got really weird. And anyway, so that false start happened, and then Astartes came out, and I think I was talking to Ryan in Discord.
we started talking about it.
It was just...
I was like, I'll play Kill Team. I might play some 40k because I have miniatures, but I'm not giving GW another dime of my money.
That's how it always starts. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna play Kill Team. Just
And-
one
and-
Kill Team.
And then he showed me the Shadow Spear box set
Yep.
and the new Chaos Marine miniatures. I was like, okay, maybe I'll spend this money.
I think your compromise was, well, I'm just paying you back. I'm not giving them any money.
Because you were like, I'm buying this anyway because I want the Marines.
Right.
And I was like, well, I'm just buying something from Matt. And then once I touched the plastic with my fingers, no, I was over.
You woke
Yeah.
up covered in...
I woke up covered in paint and miniatures and Zapagap. And
Buried under your tower of shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's airports and Astartes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be the common
Yeah,
thread.
you got proselytized on a plane too.
I did.
Yeah.
And you know what? To this day, I don't mind orcs. I'll never play them, but they'll die last.
Orcs are a fun army. You know, they're very good natured
Yeah.
in their own kind of
Yeah.
like
I
violent
just want a good
way.
crump.
Yeah, they want to crump them lads.
I do like their voices.
Yeah.
And by that I mean your impersonations.
It's pretty spot on. It's pretty
lads!
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, well.
All right, sauce 2.
Four.
All right.
That'll be
The green
Los
wings.
I've been
Calientes.
wanting to try this one ever since I saw Hot
I think
Ones.
we've had this one.
Try to use the same hand that you used before. That way you only contaminate one.
Yeah, this one's a
Oh,
classic.
These are my spicy.
You gotta have your
fingers.
eye rubbing fingers.
Uh-huh.
All
These are my
right.
spicy fingers.
Give it a bump.
Cheers, lads.
Oh,
Cheers,
there
boys.
you
Cheers.
Cheers, lads.
I was about to ask you to do that.
This is substantially less spicy
Yeah.
than 5. This
That flavor is great though.
Yeah.
It's got a little citrus to
It's
it.
nice going backwards.
Yeah, no.
It's like
real
a
heat.
salsa verde going on with it.
Yeah. No, really,
There's
a little
something-
bit of a citrus twang.
Yeah.
Really nice.
I just realized
Really
that bomb is now on the table. I don't like
It's
that.
it's
That's
improved.
the bomb evolution.
Evolution.
It's a different version.
Yeah, but it's also hot.
Much like a
Hands.
Tyranid, it has evolved because it's gotten more genetic data.
Absolutely.
Couldn't have said it better
Exactly.
myself.
There's something in there. There's like a spice in there that I recognize it came from my
Yeah,
finger.
it's nice.
Honestly, that didn't
I
hit
am
me
starting to
for
get a little bit
anything.
of
That
heat
was
on the
fine.
back of the tongue and back of the throat.
Mhm.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. I
It's
actually
like
like that
it's
one.
just like salsa verde.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that one.
It's good.
I like that. It's good. Yeah.
All
What
right.
you got
Well,
for us?
what is your favorite army and why?
Favorite army and why? That's a tough one. I can tell you that my first army was Tyranids. That's the army that I fell in love with because I was like, I liked the orc vibe from the guy on the airplane, so I bought a box of Termagants. But the army that really stuck, and it's never really gonna leave, is Death Guard. Absolutely love Death Guard, and I don't know why.
Real quick,
Yeah.
because I don't know how many armies there are. Why don't we play a quick game of categories where
All
just
right.
name an army?
Sure.
Death Guard,
Chaos Space Marines.
Gene Stealer cults.
Thousand Sons.
Night Lords,
Dark Eldar.
Word bearers.
Necrons.
Blood Angels,
Tyranids.
Dark angels.
Orcs.
Custodians.
Real quick, are we naming like...
I was gonna say,
Are we
like-
naming all the different chapters?
All the chapters.
Go on for
Y'all
like,
said
I
naming chapters.
just wanted to see how
Y'all
deep
said
this
naming
got.
chapters right away.
Yeah.
Like honestly, over.
well,
over
I
about 50.
wasn't gonna, and then he said Night Lords, and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I guess we're doing chapters.
Yeah. If we do
I'm the
chapters,
judge, and I don't know what's right and
if
wrong.
we do
It's-
chapters, this is gonna go on forever.
Yeah, that's
Right.
gonna get infinitely
Well,
complicated.
that's how
So
categories
main
work.
armies, there's like 20, I
Yeah.
think.
Okay.
Yeah,
something
somewhere
like
around 20.
ish.
And then how many chapters are there?
Is
Ballpark.
main-
Infinite.
You can invent,
Literally
invent your own.
Like
Okay.
part of what makes Warhammer great is like
Okay.
they designed Warhammer so that the universe is so big, there's so much lore that you can make your own like faction of these different armies, and it is in a way canon.
Right.
Yeah.
Like because there's too many chapters to count. There's chapters that have been forgotten, you know, and so your guys are guys in the universe. That's kind of like part of it.
There's no Warhammer Legends. It's just-
Well,
Stop,
No,
stop. Not in the same way that
not
there
the
is
same
Star
sense,
Wars
yeah,
Legends.
That means a completely different
Yeah,
kind.
yeah,
Not in that same way.
sorry.
I won't make any more jokes. Sorry.
You're on thin ice.
You're out of your element.
That's true.
Yeah, like
But we love you.
everybody's guys are in some way legitimate.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's 20 like species or factions. Factions, I guess is
Yeah.
the right
Yeah.
word.
Roughly, yeah.
The main three groupings are like Imperial forces, like we're gonna do big quotes on this one. Good guys, Imperial forces, Chaos forces, and Xenos.
Right.
Yeah.
It's aliens, magic, space, angry people, and magic space, slightly less angry people.
Okay.
Kind of holy people.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
You're good.
Back to your favorite army.
Right, so I'm gonna go with Death Guard. Death Guard was the one that I really kind of gravitated towards on a gameplay style, and I liked their aesthetic a lot. Basically, they're these big, lumbering, like invulnerable brutes that that shrug off damage that would evaporate like another normal person. And they're also like really grotesque, and it kind of leans into like some of the horror elements. But they don't care about that, and they almost like don't even see that within themselves. I don't know, it was really cool. Also, that's the first army that I learned to paint back when COVID lockdowns kicked in. It actually worked really well because Death Guard basically worshipped the disease god. And it worked really well with COVID. And their paint scheme is so like grotesque that if you mess up, it's just like, oh, he's just got a pile of goop there.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
That's pretty
yeah, Death Guard just have always fit for me.
That feels like a Bob Ross, like, oh, just a happy little
Just a happy little plague.
Ryan.
All right. Well, I've liked all the factions at one point or another, but Chaos Space Marines are probably my like biggest love because Space Marines are cool, and Chaos Space Marines are like Space Marines plus like heavy metal, and they're just rad. They got spikes and horns and stuff, and they're like, you know, they do what they want. They're not like bound to the Emperor. You know, they're just fun.
How did they get that way?
Well, see, what happened was there was this thing called the Horus Heresy.
Oh, here we go.
God.
No.
We're not-
No.
I know enough.
I like Chaos Space Marines. I also like Dark Eldar because they came out in 3rd edition when I started, like actually playing the game, and they're kind of same, like bad boy, you know, spiky guys.
Bad boy.
I'm learning a lot about Ryan.
He's
But-
a bad boy.
And I also really love Orcs. Those are like my top 3: Dark Eldar, Chaos Marines, Orcs. And Orcs I fell in love with when my parents bought me Gorka Morka, which was an amazing box set back in the day. It was like an orc game, but I won't go into the details.
Gorka Morka.
See, the
And it's
orcs
about
have
orcs,
the
got it.
orcs have two gods, Gork and Mork, and Gorka Morka is about orcs that crash land on a planet in their space hulk, and then basically start living out Mad Max in this desert,
Okay.
fighting each other with cars and stuff. and they're building this giant spaceship effigy called Warhammer, I believe. That's probably never going to take off because they're always fighting in it. But
You just gotta believe.
yeah, it's like Mad Max with the works. It's a lot of fun.
Got it. That sounds cool.
Yeah, they use their teeth as money. But anyway,
I hate that.
oh yeah, sorry, I'm sorry.
It's not teeth, it's teeth.
It's teeth with
Yeah.
an F, and like you can, if you're low on money, you can like punch some of you guys in the face and knock their teeth out to get money.
I'm sure that makes it much better for me.
Yeah.
Jordan,
Save us.
Jordan, save us.
Man, I feel like this answer probably changes monthly.
Yeah.
Oh, considering all
Yeah.
the
It's a hard question.
I think probably overall Gene Stealer cults. Just the idea of semi-normal dudes just kind of uprising with like mining tools and ripping Space Marines to shreds is hilarious to me. So yeah, I think Gene Stealer cults overall.
Today.
Today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, probably I don't know, Word Bearers, Dark Angels, who knows?
So are they like in direct competition with Ryan's factions, the Chaos Marines?
I mean, all of the factions are kind of in direct competition with each other.
Or yeah, well, I mean, you were talking about the people rising up and ripping Space Marines
They're-
to shreds.
They're more in direct competition with the Imperium
Yeah.
because they're Imperium people that got infected by Gene Stealers, who are the bug Tyranid people.
Are you at all familiar with like Lovecraft?
Yeah.
Shadow over Innsmouth?
No.
Okay. Like
like a cult.
a
underneath.
population that has like an underground cult that's slowly like mutating and infecting its populace. Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of the Gene Stealer cults have
For
sort of
like
a
generations,
Lovecraftian-
they're like kind of building up their alien hybrids,
Mhm.
Okay.
and then like finally a plant generations in the making is like their whole thing, and then finally they kind of like pop up and take over an Imperial world.
Yeah,
And
like
they're
infiltrate
softening
the
it for
government.
the Tyranids
Okay.
to come down
Yeah.
and
Following.
The
destroy.
Tyranids are kind of like the bugs from Starship Troopers, sort of. Like they just roam around the galaxy and they eat planets.
Do you remember in Independence Day before they shot the first laser, how there were a bunch of people on top of the thing with signs like "Aliens, we love you"? Imagine if those people were violently political about it, and they undermined the entire government. They were like, "Yes, aliens, take us!"
Yeah.
Wham! And then they get zapped.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's pretty good.
Elliot?
I started playing with Necrons. That was the first bit of lore that I found really interesting. Ancient alien race that, in their search for immortality, turned themselves all into soulless robots and are real kind of upset about that mistake. They were really cool. Really like the lore for the orcs and their like magic of belief, and they just seem to be having a good time like at all times. So I was interested in them, but right now, currently, the biggest army I have and the thing I'm most interested in is I have Thousand Suns, which are kind of like Chaos Space Marines. They're like a specific faction. Same with Death Guard. It's like a specific faction of Chaos Space Marines. But they worship the trickster god of, scheming and plotting chaos god named Zinch. And so they have like a lot of like Egyptian motif, lots of like bird skulls and scarabs, lots of like gold filigree, and they're all about casting like insane magic spells and having different cults of like time and mutation and all these different things. So it's really fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
My favorite faction is the Harlequins. They protect the library.
Yes!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him!
That's all I know.
They protect the library. That's fucking adorable.
I love that.
Alright,
Number three.
Ryan's
Oh,
turn
yeah.
to roll.
Roll that
Let her
info.
rip.
Give me danger, baby.
4. That's danger.
Collards and
Yeah.
ghosts.
Bang them before we eat 'em.
Cheers, baby.
Story of my life.
Cheers.
Bring it in, brother. Elliot,
Cheers, cheers.
remote tap.
Remote tap.
Hell yeah. Oh, you're already going? All right.
That's chain.
Super spicy off the rip. Oh,
It's in there, though.
okay. It's in there. It's a
Mm-hmm.
bit of a slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
Let's burn deep strikes.
It's 9 inches away from the heart.
It's like a warp fire in my mouth.
My man, here we go. We're gonna make you buy a start collecting box before you're out of here.
Oh, air. Got it in my
Oh
mouth.
yeah, that one went up the side.
I got a
That
piece of chicken stuck in my throat.
Well,
Oh, no.
excuses.
That one was a bit hotter.
This one definitely sneaks up on you.
Yep.
I can
Like
feel.
a jeans too, but cold. Coming from below.
I can feel sweating underneath my eyes. Oh, my throat. Oh my god, I see what you're talking about with the deep striking down my throat.
Yep.
Yeah. That one traveled. Honestly, I
Oh my god, it's getting worse by the
might hit
second.
the milk. It was
Warriors
a little-
challenge?
Warriors challenge, baby.
Oh
I'm going
my
all the way.
God.
I'm trying not
I'm gonna
to,
go
but
as
I
long
might
as
try.
can. I'm not going all the way. I know that, but
I might,
For honor.
A sip.
I might need milk.
Oh, I realized I didn't say what Legion I was.
You got
I
milk.
said Chaos Marines.
Everyone knows.
They don't know.
No, the first game is going to be.
Yeah, yeah, they know.
You'll find out on our first episode
Watch
of
our
Slam
first
Sector.
stream.
September 12th.
September 12th. then you'll find out what
undetermined
Ryan's
time
yeah.
currently.
Did I touch my right nostril?
8 p.m.
And then you'll find
Something
out what
like
My right
Ryan's
nostril is on fire right now.
favorite Chaos Space
What have you
Marines.
done?
Elliot, can you pass me one of them
I can't do anything.
papers? Thank you, Molly.
That's not my spicy touching hand. Ooh, hurry up.
question number 3 for wing number 6. Lots of players have rituals or superstitions regarding the game, such as new model syndrome. If you can keep it down, please. Where brand new models always underperform. Do you have any superstitions regarding the game? And Elliot, we get to start with you this time.
Cook your dice. You always got to cook your dice. You leave the 6 on the top. You got to cook that dice, and then we'll always roll 6s going forward because cook the dice.
He's not talking about baking dice.
Are you sure? That sounds like cheating to me.
You leave them on the 6 so that all the molecules weigh down so that they're weighted because of science, and then when you roll them, they'll roll more 6s
So you don't
because
actually
of
put them
quantum
in an
mechanics.
oven.
No, you don't actually. No, you put them in the
This is
6
slow
up.
baking the dice.
You slow bake them quantumly, and all the bad,
Gravity
and then it rolls 6s.
How long does that take?
Years.
Look,
Gravity-
he
gravity baking.
worships Zinch in long schemes.
Long
you know.
schemes with Zinch. Long schemes with Zinch.
Or
Like,
Zink, as
like
some
the
would say.
glass
No one
in the
says
Leaning
Jinx,
Tower
Ryan.
of Pisa.
Nobody
It
says-
Nobody says
slowly
Jinx.
drifts.
It's Zinch.
All right, what's your superstition, Jordan?
Dice jail. If I'm rolling my dice and they start underperforming, they're getting set off to the side, and I'm not using them until I need to roll morale.
Do you have one of the little dice jail?
I probably should, but no, I just
They
put them in
exist.
a different pile.
Yeah.
I just put mine back in the oven. They clearly need to cook that.
That's a good idea. I should be a little dice jail. Yeah, no. If dice start underperforming, away, straight to jail.
Right.
Right
Roll
away.
one straight.
Overcooked fish, straight to jail. For me, painted armies always perform better. The guys are just more enthusiastic. And since I started base coding my army, I have stopped rolling just chains of ones.
Yeah, tell me about
True,
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that one game you popped off.
Are your little people more enthusiastic, or are you more enthusiastic
Both.
about your little people?
Yes.
Both. They get amped about having their chapter colors on their armor. They're like, yeah, let's go. Ave Dominus Nox. Let's rock, baby.
What colors make you the most excited?
I like blues a lot.
Specifically Midnight Clad.
Midnight Clad.
yeah.
I like dark blues. I like Night Lords. I like Crimson Fists. That really deep blue. It just looks cool. When you have an army of that on the table, it's just like.
I have a few rituals. One I call dice massaging, where you take a grip of however many d6s you're going to use, and you roll them all, and you pull out all the ones, right? And then you take the survivors, and you roll them all, and you pull out all the ones and the twos. Then you take those survivors, roll them all, pull out all the ones, twos, and threes. You keep going until you know you're hot as a dice. So it's kind of like the dice cooking, but faster because you know which ones have already been molecularly purified.
It's also kind of like dice jail. You're just
It is,
you're
right,
right.
dice jail.
Mhm.
It's pre-crime. It's dice.
It's like a
pre-crime.
combo. It's a combo.
I
It's
used
dice
the
pre-crime.
carrot, you used the stick.
I was gonna say, has anyone tried positive reinforcement with their dice?
That's why you put the 6 up. You're telling them. You're saying, hey, this will be good. And then if they betray you, then you put them.
No.
I should take all my hot dice and put them in a really nice dice resort.
Oh, there we go. Dice resort. I like dice
I think the
resort.
thing Matt likes the most is explaining massaging dice to people who haven't heard about it.
It's really fun. I
and
love
people who
massaging
have
dice.
heard about it.
Yeah.
I do that pretty
Hey, why are you spending
Yeah.
20 minutes before the game rolling all your dice?
You gotta
Gotta
find
do
your
it.
hottest bakers.
Gotta do it. Do you do that at tournaments?
What if you roll all your sixes?
Huh?
Like that's all the sixes that one of those dice had in it that day, and now they're gone.
I like to think that they have more potential energy in them than what they exuded that day.
Yeah, so that's why I don't roll them, because then you're spending all of the sixes early on, and I don't want to do that. So I that's why I just let them be and then roll them when they're needed.
Can I massage this? Never mind. Hey, all right, we're going deep on the pipe.
Oh god, no, that's the bomb.
The bomb! Exterminatus!
No, Exterminatus is the last one.
Well, that's a bomb, though.
Like, it is a bomb. This can be Exterminatus.
Okay.
Here you go. Good luck.
All right.
But supposedly this one tastes better than the
The
original
heat
bomb.
only just now went away for
I'm
the other
expecting
one.
milk on this one.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
need milk.
He
No
needs some
shame.
milk.
No shame.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, immediate in my nose. How?
Really? I'm not getting anything.
I think I smelled some of it.
This one's a slow burn.
This one creeps. This one
I
creeps.
swallowed.
Uh-huh.
I swallowed, and then I'm starting to feel it.
Which of the Chaos Gods do you think you align with most in life?
One guess, motherfucker.
Is Nurgle a Chaos
Yes.
God?
Actually, I'm gonna throw this for a loop. Oh shit, my tongue.
It's there, and I don't care.
Woo! I feel like in real life, I like to make a lot of bargains and deals with folks.
I mean, all the chaos gods
No.
make bargains.
No, but you know what he
I know, but Zinch, for reasons that you'll see, I don't know.
So he likes to make. Zinch is a schemer, and Matt is kind of a schemer.
I just like ideas. I have ideas.
I feel it coming out of my ears.
I have plans. I like plans. You know?
It's not spicy, it just hurts. It's like daggers in my mouth.
That is spicy. That's what that means.
Are you done? So I would say that I'm somewhere between Korn and Slanesh, which is funny because like him, Nurgle and Zinch, they're like opposites. The Chaos Gods have like prime rivals amongst the Chaos Gods. Like they infight. Zinch and Nurgle are opposites because Zinch is like planning, scheming, construction. Nurgle is entropy. Slanesh is excess. Korn is rage. Not as clear-cut opposites, but sometimes I do things over the top, like Warriors Challenge, like not drinking any of this delicious orange juice or Coke right now. And you know, Korn is rage, and sometimes I get angry at people in traffic or. Korn, yeah. Khorne. He's the blood god. Blood for the blood god.
KO backwards
yeah,
up in.
Skulls for the skull throne.
Yeah. There's all kinds of jokes in that. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skulls for the skull throne, milk for the cornflakes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Korn or Slanesh. I don't know which way to go. I'm probably gonna build a Slanesh army, but we'll see.
Don't you also want to build
I do want to
World
make
Eaters?
world eaters.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like limit myself.
World Eaters are
Tower
the
of
Space
Shame.
Marines that.
My Tower of Shame is a Tower of Excess, so I guess Slanesh.
True.
Yeah. But at my heart, I'm like an undivided chaos guy. You know,
Fair.
just touch them all a little bit. Like this is touching all of my mouth and my sinuses. And what? You're up, Jordan.
God, I think probably just Korn, dude. I'm just like, it fits my playstyle in Warhammer too. Very just cowabunga angry man. That's just my style.
You like the buzz of the butcher's nails?
Yeah, for sure.
Eat them and
I
speed them.
think, I don't know, maybe Nurgle, because when I'm not being cowabunga angry man, I just kind of like to sit and watch the world burn.
Let the
Decay
galaxy
a little
burn.
bit. Yeah.
Is it my turn? Am I
Sure,
here?
you got it,
Am
Elliot.
I going?
Oh, it's going away.
Like Matt plays, is it Death Guard?
Yep.
He plays Death Guard, but he's more like Zinch. I play Thousand Suns, Zinchy boys, but I'm obsessed with germs and bacteria. I like to think I'm a pretty laid back, pretty happy-go-lucky kind of person. So I'm much more of a nerdly kind of guy. I'm not generally very angry. I don't really like scheming. It's tiring, and I think all things should be in moderation. So I'm not really excessive on anything. I don't think, unless someone wants to correct me. So I think in all, I'd be a nerdly boy.
I think you have an excess of moderation, maybe.
Okay, I'm
If
going to roll.
if we get the 6, I'm gonna need this.
Ooh, 3.
All right, okay.
Hey! I'll do 3.
Reprieve!
What is
What
this?
is this?
Mescaline, a Oaxacan hot sauce.
Mescaline,
Less than half of
Oaxacan?
what we just had.
I think that's how you say it.
Mescaline.
All right.
This is probably gonna.
This should just be-
we
I'm
probably
white,
won't even
you're
be able
wrong.
to taste
I know.
this.
J-Dog.
Taste buds are gone.
I don't even know if I have
Yes,
a tongue
sir.
anymore. Woo! Cheers.
Cheers, y'all.
Oh, that is
This is a
baby
great
mode.
reprieve.
Mm.
No.
Let me just rub this chicken on my tongue for a little bit.
Ooh, I like that flavor.
Well,
It does taste good.
It's good.
If we get that
It's
one,
kind of sweet.
that one's got citrus in it. It's a little acidic. It'll help break up the
Ooh.
capsaicin.
Spoilers.
Oh, right.
Question number 5. We're at the halfway point.
Mm.
If money were no object, what is your dream hobby project?
Starting down there.
Is it me or who goes?
Starting Matt.
Starting with me. All right. Money's no object. Dream hobby project. It would probably be a full Titan like lance. Like just all like the fucking Titans that are big enough where you gotta like if you want to take it to the game store, you gotta put that some bitch in like a child's like driving safety seat, right? Like one of those Titans. But like 4 of them. You know, or more. Let's go with what do they call it in Mech
Is a
Warrior?
lance like
Star?
a platoon?
It's like 4. A lance,
Like
is,
a
a lance
group,
is like
like a
Well,
squad.
Lance is something from BattleTech, which is a whole other
Okay,
game.
but like a murder of crows, a lance of titans.
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bird sector.
Coming right back at you. But yeah, no, I would do 4 of them, and they would all have like crazy names because the Titans have like reverent names. Like Dies Irae is one of them from the Horse Heresy. That's a really proud.
Which I think
Titan.
means Day of Judgment.
Day of Wrath.
Day of Wrath,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right, yeah.
Stuff like that. So it would be like crazy bonkers names, and I'd have to say the name every time I rolled. And you know, when you shoot one of those weapons, you're rolling like 60 dice to mathematically figure out how many atoms a fucking Space Marine got turned into. It's beautiful shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know Dia series is a musical thing too, right?
What?
Yeah, it's
Don't
a
do this
set
to
of
me.
musical notes. Dun 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 dun. Like you hear it all the time. That's the Dia series.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So
I
you
imagine
have-
that's how he steps.
Yeah.
There's a lot of anachronistical like references in 40K to like lots of literature, music,
Yeah.
history. It's all over the place.
Lionel Johnson. He's named after Lionel Johnson.
Yeah. the boat.
Fun fact.
Yeah. What you
Ronnie,
got,
what's your
man?
dream hobby project?
If money was no object, I'd like own a game store, I guess. But there was one time, I don't think it was on dakadaka.com, but it was on some website I read back in middle school. This game store had like a warehouse space where they did a big game of 40K on the floor with like carpet tiles as grass, and they had like a hive city in like all these towns, and it was like this huge campaign. I would love to do something like that. I have an idea for like rolling terrain tables with wheels, and then you have a map of the city, and you advance the front and like arrange the terrain based on the city map, based on how well people do, and they're trying to get to like a palace or something. Just big scale terrain is what I want to do. Because I used to make like architectural models in school. I would love to like have the time and money to just like really focus on that again for 40K.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it'd be fun. You need a lot of space for that though.
Yeah, I think in a similar vein, I kind of want to play like big scale 40K using like those McFarlane action figures that are like this tall.
Yeah, brother.
So like get a whole warehouse, but make that entire warehouse a giant map. I have to build some crazy terrain and paint up all those little McFarlane figures. Well, not little, but they're huge. Yeah, I think just big scale 40K would be rad.
I mean, if money is literally no object, just don't even have action figures.
Play
Pay
other people.
people.
Yeah.
Cosplay as Space Marines.
You guys go over
And
there.
you're like, you're going that way. Run 6 feet that way.
Get a couple of drones.
Didn't
and say
the
you're
French
back in
aristocrats
command.
do
They
this?
used to do that with
before,
chess.
before the French Revolution.
Yeah, they did that with chess. They had
But at that point, it
stand-
becomes less of a hobby project and more
True.
of a, I don't know. people
a
project.
private
People
mercenary army.
Yeah.
A cosplay.
Yeah, I'm
PNC.
gonna arm you guys with actual bolters. First of all.
Didn't they do something like that in Gen Con?
Oh,
They
that-
do Kill Team Live, which is
Okay.
like laser
it's
tag.
laser tag.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
like LARPing laser
That would
tag.
be
It's
cool.
real cool.
Yeah.
I would love to do that one day.
Yeah.
So they didn't have it at LVO.
Hey, you know what? Games Workshop, sponsor us and we'll slap on some fucking gear and run around.
Hey.
I agree with them. Money no object. I do big warehouse stuff. My like actual like things I want to do in the near future if I can get the funds put together. In Warhammer Fantasy, there's a faction called the Skaven, like rat people, and they're crazy and they're awesome. I want to make a Gene Stealer cult army, but it's all Skaven units, like cybernetic rat people with like weird like crystals that like shoot lightning, like green lightning everywhere, and they're like really crazy, psychotic little mutant people.
Weird stone or warp stone.
Weird stone or warp stone. Run them as Gene Stealer cults because they also like pop out of the ground and have like weird schemes and stuff. So it has some similarities playstyle wise, like lore wise, but then just run it as like a Skaven unit. But you'd have to like 3D print all of it, and you'd have to buy all the different. It'd be pretty expensive. And then I also have the collector's edition. It's like 14 inches tall, something like that. Titan from Titanfall. From I think it was Titanfall 1. I got that. It's got like the guys trying to pull the energy core out of the top of the mech. I want to kit bash, modify, twist that around to be a like sleek, modern 40k Titan, and then I can just be like, and then you have your whole army, and like, and I have my big boy. Just put him on the table and fight.
It'd be like a Tau Titan.
Yeah, it'd be a good Tau Titan.
Yeah, maybe like a Tau Titan. Like make a 40k Titan out of my Titan, so it's not just a thing that's sitting on my shelf, but also like something I can play with, and that would like, because he has like a giant railgun thing, so it would just be like. Okay.
Now watch him roll 5.
You jinxed it now.
Man.
You did this! How did I do?
Oh no!
How did I do? He said you were gonna roll a 5.
Hey,
you
did this!
I might not be able to eat this whole wing. I'm
Pain
eating
is
the whole wing with
temporary.
him. I'm just gonna take a bite out of this one.
Death or
All right.
glory.
True.
Only in death does duty
I had
end.
this before.
Cheers,
I
brother.
don't think it was as bad as the bomb.
The bomb.
Here we go.
I think
I hope it just tastes.
I was just about to
Alright.
question why.
Alright, let's
I was
go.
just to do and die and eat this hot chicky.
It's not hitting me yet, but that scares me a little bit.
I'm wolfing it down before I taste it.
The delay ones give me the worst.
We'll need to have that back.
Oh,
Because for the very last one,
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm not getting any hot from this.
I hear drums in the distance. I feel drums in the distance.
Oh wait,
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep.
I hear drums in the deep is what's happening right now.
there's some drumming.
have you delved too greedily and too deep?
Yeah.
This is delving greedily.
I think I ate that too fast. It's trying to burn down here, but I'm nurgled up down there, so I can't feel it.
Nurgled up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
God.
Oh no. Question 6. If you could only play one army for the rest of your life, which would you choose and why? Matt.
Oh shit. God damn it. So I gotta be pragmatic about this shit. It's probably gonna be a Space Marine army. I'm gonna say Blood Angels. I'm gonna
Oh, you're right.
one army for the rest of my life, Blood Angels. They got a lot of reach, they got a lot of unique shit. I can do any sort of gameplay type I want, but
You hanging in there, buddy?
I'm all right. Boys challenge.
the type of gameplay that I like to play, which is melee, in your face, fuck them up, Blood Angels excel at, but you can also do shooty Blood Angels. Done.
Great. No follow-up question.
Power from pain, baby. I'll play Chaos Space Marines, for one simple reason. You can get a lot of diversity in what you can put on the table in Chaos Marines. Because they can take, like a regular Chaos Marine army can take, like, Khorne Berserkers, Plague Marines, Rubric Marines, Noise Marines, from all the Chaos Gods. You can intersperse them. You can do different marks. You can do different legions. I play Night Lords mainly, so I'd probably stick with them. But
So for the diversity, basically.
the diversity, there's a lot of diversity you can get in a Chaos Army. Because you can bring cultists, you can go cultist heavy, you can go demon heavy, you can bring demons into them. And you can just let the galaxy burn, baby!
My
Poignant.
gut's burning. Oh, shit.
What about you, J-Dog?
Easily Dark Angels. That's just like 3 armies in one.
Yeah.
I got Raven Wing, I got Green Wing, I got Death Wing. That's basically 3 different armies built into one army. So,
And the Dark Angels can be loyalist or traitor.
shut the fuck up. Dark
6
Angels,
armies in
Dark
one.
Angels are loyalists, alright? I don't want to hear it.
You could run them as the Fallen if they ever get halfway decent rules.
Yeah, that's like not gonna happen ever.
Everyone just mind your fingers. I'm just gonna throw that warning out there. Mind your fingers.
Did you not mind your fingers?
Oh, I have been. I'm holding my finger hand, but now I can't use any of my fingers.
Oh no,
But-
you've contaminated
Yeah.
your clean fingies.
Listen to that.
All right, it's starting to subside.
Yeah, a little bit.
Elliot?
It's starting to go down. Okay. My mouth. I don't know. I'm pretty new to the hobby of everyone here. I played Necrons for a bit. Didn't really enjoy the playstyle as much as I had wanted. I played Orcs just a little bit. It was only 500 points, so I didn't really get a good idea. I played Palace the most, but I haven't really got to play around with everything. I'm very excited about the leagues of Votan that are going to be coming out.
Wow!
So
I thought he was just yelling.
I honestly can't decide because I haven't played enough. I don't know. For all I know, I'm gonna make that Skaven Gene Stealer army and then fall in love with that. I really can't say. I haven't had enough experience in the hobby. I've played less than 10 games total actually.
Fair. I haven't touched my nose, but the rims of my nostrils are just like 2 rings of fire right now. And I don't know how that's possible.
Inhaled a little bit and it went up. And
Yeah.
You know how you generate
mine?
saliva? I'm generating spicy saliva.
Yeah, we're just all-
That's why I keep going.
Just fucking pull
It's because
the
like
trigger.
I'm generating
Everything's
hot
downhill
in my
from here,
mouth.
baby.
I mean, we got
We got the biggest boy.
roll low or high. No, it's okay.
You
No,
love it.
shit!
It's literally the number 2 avoid.
The hell! What is this one? Psycho?
Dingo Psycho!
I'm rolling hot lately, baby.
Dingo Psycho. Oh Jesus!
Warning
Christ.
extreme. 15 out of 10.
You guys
What does that
picked your
mean?
dice too well. You
What does
rolled
that
nothing
mean?
but high
15 out of
numbers.
10.
It's like the hottest that anything can ever exist, but more.
I'm not
Power-
going to touch anyone else's because
Power
I don't
from
want to
pain,
get
baby. Power
no.
from pain.
No, no, no!
from
Don't touch
pain.
my hand.
Elliot, if you duck this, I will not
Don't duck.
judge you.
I'm not going to duck.
All
Are you
right.
going to
He's
duck?
done the hottest one already.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had
Oh,
old
duck
chicky.
it. Oh,
Yeah. No, I'm not saying avoid. I'm saying like
Like,
Oh,
duck chug.
Hey.
of the hot ones, this flavor is the best so far.
hey everybody! If you look up online, there's
That's pretty solid.
a duck called Munchkin, and he loves cups of ice from I think Dunkin' Donuts. I can't remember. Look him up. He's adorable.
Swallowing was a mistake.
This one sucks. What are you fucking talking about?
At first it was okay, but then it turned on me. Like Horus turning on the Emperor. This has been 5 all over again.
I think Molly's feeling it too. Shit.
Are you still a warrior? Are you still a warrior, Warrior Challenge?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Adeptus Sororitas.
Oh.
Question number
7?
7.
Okay.
Praise
Hey.
Praise Nurgle.
Praise Nurgle.
My man.
Describe your Warhammer playstyle in 3 words. Talking makes it worse.
Limit enemy options.
Fair. Unga bunga cowabunga.
Anvil and hammer.
Okay.
Praise Nurgle, bitches.
3 words, baby. Praise. Yeah. So
Okay, so
That's 3 words.
All right. Eat.
And next.
That's a little Slaneshi, but you know, by I mean win.
Do we need to explain what we mean by this?
It's got worse.
You can if you want to.
But that would involve talking, and that makes the hurt happen.
yeah, but if we roll now, we'll have to. I
This
would
one
like to
is-
answer to delay.
It's building.
I vote to
Way
delay.
worse.
I vote to delay. What I mean by limit enemy options is, don't let people deep strike. Spread your units out. I want people to only make the decisions that I want them to make. Talking's difficult. I want them to make only the decisions I want them to make, so that I can plan to counter the decisions that I force them into. So if it's an enemy that likes to deep strike, I want to limit it into a field where I'm like, okay, they're definitely going to drop in this area, and then I can move I plan ahead for it. It lets me think more easily a few steps ahead by predicting what they're going to do.
How very Zinchi of you.
Yes, it's very Zinchi. It works well with my Zinchi army because I needed people in the right position for range and effectiveness of my spells. I learned it playing Necrons because Necrons are all about what protocol you're in, what robot protocol you're in, and you need to know where they're going to be to affect those protocols accurately.
I guess by Unga Bunga Cowabunga, I mean that I have a very smooth brain play style that's very aggressive. I just throw shit up the board and I fight. That's about it.
What is your win percentage?
Less than 50.
0
I don't know.
for me.
Oh no. That's a...
I don't know, probably around 40. Until World Eaters come out, and then I can have an army that can effectively
That's made to Unga Bunga. Anvil and Hammer. I used to play a lot more Dark Eldar, especially back in 3rd edition. And like they're very glass hammery to some extent, but they have some tough units. And Anvil and Hammer is basically you have a solid base that's not particularly fast, and you have a fast attack flanking force, and you kind of like smash the enemy between them. Works really well with Dark Eldar, with like Homunculi units, Coven units, and then Raiders and stuff flying around because they're very fast. I'm still fine-tuning it with Chaos Marines, but I play Night Lords, and they have schemes that play into that very well.
Okay.
Still not as bad as the bomb.
Would you like to explain yours at all? Any format?
Explain yeet 'em,
Yes.
yeet 'em.
Eat, yeet,
Oh, my bad.
Plan A
Yeah,
is to
is
eat.
the order important?
Yes.
Okay.
Plan A is to eat. Melee.
We've done that.
Just melee done. If I can't eat, then I'm gonna yeet. Shoot him. Can't eat it, then you yeet it. Can't melee it, then you're gonna shoot it. Can't shoot it, then fuck it. Figure it out.
Yeah?
Him describing his strategy hurt more than the
Yeah,
yeet, and I
yeah.
kind of was like, keep talking.
Yeah.
You either
kill
melee them, you shoot them, or you
Kill
kill
them,
them.
or kill them a different way, or figure out a random way to kill them.
A third way to kill them.
Yeah.
You know,
Psychic.
It's kind of Unga Bunga, I guess.
I just like to. I like to finally categorize my Unga Bunga.
The back of my neck is sweating.
It is a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, a lot. I sweat a lot from my like.
My eyes are hurting from squinting.
This
Does that-
can only get better.
Yeah,
The
except the
worst-
last one when we
the
got
worst
put-
is
You were dabbing the last
gotta
one.
exterminate
whatever.
the last one.
Oh my god! What? It just came back out of nowhere.
Yes,
because you started talking.
I've passed beyond the
you
threshold.
taunted it.
I've endured the test.
What?
No, one,
Two,
one.
three,
one.
four.
Hey!
Hey!
Praise Nurgle.
Thank God.
The classic. All right.
Cheers.
Bump them. Oh yeah, you
Oh,
bumped
thank
twice.
God.
Only for-
Three
only for
times
Jordan.
bump.
No, Ryan, get out of here.
Hell
Why? Space bump.
I feel like I'm starting to get a little lightheaded.
Here you go.
Wally, you're fucking amazing. Thank you.
I didn't see any ice.
I've almost got my spice
Oh,
nut.
okay.
Here you go. We hand that to.
Look at my endorphins flowing, all this spice.
It's real good.
Actually tasty.
This is fun.
It's good, but you're sad about it.
I'm like getting like a little bit of a spice high.
Oh,
I'm not getting anything from this, and I feel like a Slanesh cult is chasing my next high. Like I kind of want more of the heat at this point.
We're
Oh,
gonna
I
exterminate. Oh, that's the last one.
I don't even feel like I tasted that.
I wanted that to be the
This
last
is no
one,
sensation
honestly.
anymore. I need
Deeper sensation. You really are Drukari.
Wow.
Drukari are basically Slanesh Eldar.
Can't say that.
Okay.
Can't say that.
All right, what we got?
All right, we go back to Matt.
Yep.
What Warhammer character do you think is underrated and why?
Underrated Warhammer character.
Ryan's excited about this.
I'm gonna
I
go.
don't know why you're eyeballing like that.
I can't remember if I talked to you. Hey, sorry, Matt. Go ahead.
You know what? Underrated. I'm gonna go with Typhus or Captain Typhon of the 14th Legion.
Sure.
He's the one that actually betrayed his legion and forced Mortarian's hand back in the Horse Heresy. He's kind of like he's got like a book that's about him, and really only anything anyone remembers him for is the betrayal. But his reasons for doing it are just real cool. I don't want to spoil the book. It's a really nice book. But I don't know. The guy has more depth than you typically see him credited for. And he doesn't have a whole lot of fans out there besides like, oh yeah, he's the guy that betrayed. And he has very specific rules in 40k. But I just like him a lot. And he beats real hard with his Primarch, who he technically serves under. And I think that's real cool.
Your favorite character is a traitor.
No, my most underrated character is
Okay.
Traitor. My favorite character is probably Sanguinius.
Totally.
Most underrated character, in my opinion, is Babu Dakal, otherwise known as Eric Tyrannus.
How do you get one of those nicknames?
Babu Dakal is...
Which is his real name?
That sounds like a Star Wars character.
yeah,
Babu Dakal.
I'm gonna explain who it is. So before the Space Marines existed, there were these guys called the Thunder Warriors, and they were like bigger, stronger, but less stable versions of Space Marines. The Emperor killed them all when he took over Earth. Like he used them, abused them, and then lose them.
Lost them?
Yeah, he got rid of them. Babu Dakal was originally named Eric Tyrannus. Was like a big bad hero of the Thunder Warriors. To put it in terms that you might understand better, it's basically like the Thunder Warriors were like the clone troopers.
Sure.
And then they got replaced by the stormtroopers. And
Okay.
imagine if the stormtroopers came in and like killed all the clone troopers because they kind of like knew too much or like weren't as good or whatever.
They got Order 66
Yeah.
themselves, basically. There's a
But
second.
he survived, and with another one, and then maybe a few others survived. But him and his buddy stayed on Earth and worked. There's a little bit of spoilers for Outcast.
Try to not
Dead.
spoil it too much.
How old is the book?
It's pretty old.
It's fine. Continue.
A little spoilers. It's not really the main storyline, but it's involved in the main storyline. But he, through the events of that book, fixes his like gene seed so that he doesn't like because he's deteriorating, like falling apart, and he's like this big, tougher than a Space Marine guy. He makes a gene seed for Thunder Warriors, essentially that is stable, so he can make more Thunder Warriors that are more powerful than Space Marines, and fix himself. And like he's been betrayed by the Emperor. He knows like all these secrets of the Imperium, and that's the last we hear about him. He fixes it, and he's like, "I got it." We don't know anything else that happens to him. He's not happy. He's more upset that they were made to like deteriorate. But it's a whole storyline that.
Babu Dakal, Babu Dakal, Babu Dakal, Babu Dakal.
That's a banger, dude.
It is.
I think most underrated character. Oh, easily Lorgar.
Yeah, why didn't you guys think of that?
Yeah, I mean, he gets a lot of hate. Yeah, why do you guys say Lorgar? Come on, I thought we were.
I
friends.
mean,
Well, if we're talking about Primarchs,
I don't think any
talking
of the
about underrated
Primarchs
Primarchs.
are-
Conrad Kurz, obviously.
You don't think any of the Primarchs are underrated? You don't think Lorgar gets shit on
I'll
constantly?
tell you,
about
the only
everything?
one that's underrated is Corvus Corax. May he rest in the warp.
I don't think Corvus Corax is underrated.
I don't think any of them are underrated. They have whole books about them.
I think.
I'm not saying underrepresented, but I'm saying Lorgar gets unjustifiably shit on constantly.
I think you're right, because like in the Horus Heresy, when you first start reading about Lorgar, he's kind of underwhelming. He's like the other Primarchs are out doing stuff. They're like kicking ass. Lorgar's just kind of whiny and like doesn't do much. But later, like in the later books, especially when he starts hanging out with Angron, and like he starts like embracing his warp power.
In the first Heretic, it's like very clearly at the beginning he's like you're saying, kind of like whiny and obnoxious,
Mhm.
and then like post Monarchia, he kind of just like clicks and he's like, "Yep, I gotta get shit done so I can
It's really
let the galaxy burn."
It's really post Isstvan 5, I would say, when he almost dies.
That's
Because
true. Yeah,
he's
I
still
think so.
he's still coping with like the rejection of the Emperor. He goes in like isolation for a while.
Yeah, but post Monarchia, he told a custodian that he wouldn't piss on him if he was on fire.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So
He starts-
that's pretty hardcore.
He starts getting his sass, but then when he at Isstvan 5, he's like standing there on top of a land raider, I think, and he's looking at the battle, and he's like, "We were made to be warriors. My brothers are all warriors. I'm not really a warrior." And he's kind of like, "I want to be more of a warrior, but I know it's a mistake. But I'm just gonna walk out in this battlefield and become a warrior,
True.
or I'm gonna die." And
That's
he
fair.
does that, and he almost fucking dies. And then after that, stuff he does post that,
He's definitely
like,
more badass Lorgar.
he's way more of a warrior. after
There's
that. He,
whiny
like,
Lorgar, then schemy Lorgar, then badass Lorgar.
yeah. And he like takes on a Warhound Titan at one point. He gets like roasted.
Yeah.
But it bonds him with Angron a little bit. They sort of have like a weird friendship.
Yeah.
He's way cooler after that point, in my
Agreed.
opinion. So yeah, I would say he's underrated because like he starts off kind of weak,
Yeah.
but then
Fair.
he comes into his own.
What do you got?
Babu Dakal is a.
God,
Here we go.
Babu
Dakal. Eritreans.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I don't know enough of the lore. Like, I know large swaths of the lore. You know, like I know like more general, overarching ideas of different factions and different sub-factions and like different alliances and things. I know like key events, but I don't know enough to know like, you know, the representation or more importantly, I don't know the community's, you know, rating of them to know if anyone is or is not under or overrated. I personally really like Trazyn the Infinite. I think he's a really cool guy, but I think a lot of people like him.
love him.
So I don't think that really counts.
He's appropriately rated.
I think he's appropriately rated. I really like the Necrons. That was what the Necron lore really brought me in to begin with. I really like the Silent King and his Triarch. You know, his like speakers. He has a really cool model. And the stuff he did is buck wild and awesome. He was a race before like any of the other races were around, were the Necron tier, and then they wanted to be immortal, and so they made deals with essentially like real world like star gods, and then accidentally turned themselves all into robots without souls. And so to fix that, he like took those gods that their technology was enough to make them physical bodies for gods, and then when they were like, oh, these gods fucked us over, and they like shattered them into pieces and turned them into batteries. He's a pretty fucking cool dude, but again, I think a lot of people also think he's a pretty cool dude. So I have a lot of favorite characters, but I don't know where they are on the thing. The one I do know is Babu Dakal, and I'm with Ryan.
Alright, next week.
Next week.
Who's your old
Matt,
you got roll.
Have fun editing that part.
Yeah, a lot of that's getting cut out.
No, alright. Hey, that
1,
means
2,
it's the
3,
second
4.
one. Yep.
Alright.
The Smokey? Or no, the story.
What's this?
Man, like, we have to put the hot stuff on the second to least hot.
Tierfing's Curse.
Does he like compound? Like if we had to do it on this one, would it be worse?
I don't know. I
don't
kind
know.
of was hoping we'd put it on
Do you want me to
a
give
hot
that to
one
him?
anyway, and we'd get a
You want to
respite.
hand that to me so I can...
Yeah.
Alright, bump him.
Let's just do this first.
Come here, cowboy. You're not getting away from me.
Ooh, I like that flavor.
I do actually like the taste of that
Kind
one.
of smoky.
So far, it's not too hot.
I'm not getting any like burn from this.
I might have jinxed myself.
Remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I know. I've said it like 3 times now.
The past few of these were fucking rough, though, man.
I really
I'm waiting
like
for
that.
this one to ambush me.
It's got a little bit of a
Here
slow
it
burn,
comes.
but it's not.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
coming.
bad.
The
This was
last...
number 7.
Praise Nerval.
In order?
Yeah,
7.
it would have been number 7.
7, 8.
8,
No.
9, and 10. Yeah.
Yeah, because we've done Devon as 8.
The bomb is 8. Okay.
Yeah, 8, 9, 10 nearly killed me. This one is actually pleasant. I would actually like eat
Oh,
this.
yeah. I
I'm
would
not
rate
getting-
that
Like,
one.
this one I would actually
The
eat.
fifth one had more like tingle burn
Yeah.
than this one does.
This is giving me some heat in the back of my throat, but it's
No.
really not that bad. I would actually like
Sounds
enjoy
good.
this. The top 3.
All of you.
I'm kind of with you though. That was a little, like I'm kind of chasing that high again.
Yeah.
Well, you're about to get it.
It does have a little bit of throat heat,
Yep, that's what just got me. Yep.
but like it didn't really give
It
me.
doesn't feel like daggers.
I didn't get sensation from this one.
Yeah, that was nice.
We're starting with Elliot on this one. I don't know if you've heard this,
Uh-oh.
but Matt here was at one point the best Space Marine Kill Team player of all time. How does it feel to be in the presence of Kill Team royalty?
Bad. Every day it feels bad.
Is he a fair and just king?
No.
He's not even
No.
a king.
You gotta earn fairness.
Oh. I only have one thing to say. I'm sorry, I'm gonna skip you, but I feel
No,
like
we
I
don't,
feel
we
like-
don't need to go in order.
Matt,
I feel like I
we
feel
don't
like,
need to
I
go
feel
in
like y'all
order.
will agree with the sentiment I'm about to give.
all right.
Death to the false emperor.
Yeah.
Is he the false emperor?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course he's the false emperor.
Yeah.
If I,
Keep up.
if I end up comatose as a psychic beacon and being on a gold throne for the next 20,000 years,
Oh, is that why
You might
he's
be on the
buckled
throne.
in?
You might be on
Yeah.
the throne after
I'm gonna
this.
be that. The
If he
throne
gets
might be
pulled off,
porcelain, but
he
I'll
would
be
die
on.
and the Imperium would die.
Okay.
Basically,
Uh,
demons would start spewing out everywhere.
Yeah.
But
I
to call yourself
Matt is the great betrayer.
But he said it. To be fair, he said it with zero ego.
I say this with zero.
He said it with zero. He's a very, very
He
humble.
said he was saying.
I
that.
guess when you're the only person at the tournament playing that faction because it's so underpowered, you can say you're the best person.
How many games did you win?
I went 2-2.
That's pretty solid.
That's
with the
pretty
worst,
fucking good.
With
That's
the worst
pretty
kill
fucking
team in the
good.
game.
Especially when everyone was doubting you.
Exactly. People
What
were talking.
did the one guy say when you?
All right, so I just need to go through this chronologically. and I
Yeah, just
promise
tell
I'll
the
be
story.
quick.
Just tell the
All
story.
right, so LVO started 2022. LVO happens. It's myself and my boy Jordan here. I signed up for the Kill Team Champs. You were doing something else. I think you were doing like a painting competition or something, right?
He was doing narrative stuff.
Yeah. You were doing narrative stuff. So I go in there, and I have had luck in a local tournament scene with Kill Team with Firstborn Space Marines. Alex knows what I'm talking about. I'm kidding. Firstborn Space Marines. I do pretty good. I'm feeling very confident. I know them like the back of my hand. I go up to the tournament, and I'm registering, and people are talking about the lists that have to be submitted the night before. And this one guy is talking to his buddy right in front of me, and they're like, "Did you look through the list?" Like, "Yeah, man, I got this matchup that I'm thinking about for. This is how I'm going to handle Tau. This is how I'm going to handle Harlequins. And then they're like, "Did you see one dude? He submitted Space Marines, the poor bastard." And I'm like,
He's walking into a meat grinder.
Yeah, and then the other one's like, "Yeah, that dude's walking into a friggin' meat grinder." And in my head, I instantly shift to, okay, just don't lose every game. Right? I'm like, oh my god. So, anyways, first game, it's against Tau. Long story short, get my ass handed to me. But I smoked both of his snipers turn one. I'm like, I'm not going down without a fight, motherfucker. Supercharged plasma to his stupid Tau face, and he melts. I love it. So anyway,
Fried fish, baby.
Game 2. Yeah, fried fish. I love that. Game 2, I walk up to my opponent. I shake his hand. I wish I remembered the names, because all these guys were cool at this thing. I shake his hand. He's like, "Oh, you're the absolute Chad who brought Space Marines?" And immediately I was like, "Whoa, yes I am, motherfucker." And
He's never stopped being like that since.
got my ass kicked again by Harlequins. But then I play against a guard guy who is also 0-2. Smoke the fucking brisket shit out of him. Just absolutely torch him. And then he's pretty cool. And he was doing scions. And then I play orcs, right? And the orc guy puts up a pretty good fight, but I took all them teeth, man. Took every one of those teeth out of their mouths manually. And yeah, so I went 2-2 with a faction that everyone considered a joke at what is basically the Super Bowl of Kill Team. And I have to say this with zero ego. At that point in time, I was the best Kill Team Space Marines player in the world. And I mean, the burden is tough. Like, my shoulders hurt, I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
For carrying an entire faction on his shoulders.
He gets 2 dabs. He gets 2 dabs.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh my god.
Are we ready for the last one?
We got
Dab
dab
it. Gotta roll for it.
Yeah.
We do?
It's my
All right.
roll.
Elliot, roll for it.
Okay.
If it's a 3,
Oh!
1, 2. It's that one.
There's that one.
What
You
is
gotta
this
dab
one
it.
called?
A double logo.
We'll go down.
Island wings.
Oh, this is the one with the citrus.
Oh, it's
This is gonna
pineapple.
help.
well, it's about to be Bikini Atoll because we're nuking this island.
I'm doing the pro strat.
Okay, good fucking idea.
Oh my god, that's so liquidy. Usually you have to like...
Yeah, it's usually like
Why
a
is it the
paste.
pro strat?
So then you don't just accidentally glob a million
Yeah.
fucking pounds.
You don't accidentally do what I just did.
Yeah, on the wing.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Voice
just-
challenge, baby.
fucking psycho. What are you doing?
Oh my
Hold
god.
up, motherfucker! Jesus Christ!
It's a dab, man.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Watch out. Fucking cowards over here.
Ryan, I will follow you, but I'm not doing it.
Oh,
How is that not a dab?
You went wiggle, 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 wiggle.
I'm gonna...
I'm chasing that high, baby.
oh man. And...
Discretion's the better part of honor, Alex. Okay.
Alright.
You're not doing any good back there. Get out of there.
I thought we were dabbing this, not dripping it.
Oh my god.
Alright,
Oh.
dab.
I am
Here,
dabbing.
cheers me.
Come here, Alex. I'll reach for this. Woo! Boom.
Alright, now I feel bad. I'm gonna have a
Boom.
little more.
Come here, Alex. I'm doing the full reach. Boom.
Oh god.
All right.
Sorry.
Molly, you want to get in on this?
I'm gonna tap with a real warrior.
Yeah,
over here.
everybody tap with Alex.
Hey.
I got some on both sides.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
3,
let's
2,
go.
1, slam it.
All right. Emperor Protect.
It tastes good.
It was localized. I think that's what's saving me. I got one, las gun shot to the back of my skull at the center spot of my mouth, but
That's not a
It's
bad
localized.
combo of flavors.
I turned the dab right into my tongue. I'm not feeling.
I did too.
Every fucking time. When you say that.
you turn the dab around into your tongue and you're
I'm
not
still
feeling
okay.
Oh, okay.
My upper lip is
I
sweating.
can feel it coming.
It's like, oh, it's going in my throat now.
Yep.
You had to localize it. See, I
I
localized
was
it.
like all
Oh,
over
it's
the gums.
localized in my mouth.
Woo!
I can feel it.
Right.
Did you duck it?
I didn't. No, I didn't duck it. It hit.
It might have been worse if you ducked that one.
Oh,
to be honest.
dude, fuck yeah! I would be puking.
It all went on the right side of my tongue.
You localized it.
Oh, it's all over my gums.
All right, as
But
you guys
I'm-
are dealing with this, Matt,
All right.
what part of Slam Sector are you excited about the most?
The games, baby. It's all about the dice games, and it's all about the beautiful fucking painted armies that we're putting blood, sweat, and tears into. I'm so fucking excited to get this going, man. I think everyone's gonna have a really good time.
Ryan?
I finished all the wings. I complete my Warriors challenge, right?
Yeah.
We can all
Yeah,
agree.
drink your
All right.
juice.
Oh, wait, no, you gotta let it.
Okay. What am I excited about? What Matt
Diving
said.
again.
Just playing some fun games with the boys, you know. I want to get into like more creative stuff, like some narrative stuff. Also, I got some ideas I'm cooking up. I don't have the time to make some terrain. I got some exhibition battles that I want to put these guys into. I don't know. Just having fun and slinging dice. I guess.
All right,
man.
back to your weird face. Jordan?
I think I'm just looking forward to, kind of taking two of my favorite things to do and just combining them. I love playing Warhammer and I love working on broadcast shit. So being able to do both of those and then obviously showing everybody the product that we've all been working really hard to put together is going to be very fulfilling.
Elliot just had another.
Yeah.
I just dabbed again
That's
because
double
it wasn't
dab.
hot
Yeah.
enough. It wasn't hot enough yet.
He's chasing the high!
Legitimately,
Cheers,
it's
baby.
actually like I'm sweating, but it doesn't burn my mouth. So I just dabbed up the rest of it.
God.
I don't want the bomb. It hurts.
The bomb just tastes bad.
The bomb just hurts my tongue. It's still not hitting me. Should I bomb? I feel like I've built up an immunity.
I'm like fine except for the left side of my mouth is just like
Right side of my
On
tongue.
fire.
Take a little. Take a.
Don't.
I
I mean,
feel
you know
like
what?
if it's supposed to be the last dab, it's supposed to be hot, right?
You pay your taxes. You can do
I'm
whatever
paying
the
my
fuck you
taxes.
want. But it's still, man.
Why is that so thick?
Are you dabbing? Are you doing a?
I'm doing a bomb dab.
Fuck, I can't
Here you
call
go.
myself a warrior.
I'm doing a bomb dab.
Give me one of those chickies.
Emperor protected once. I'm not risking my luck a second time.
Dark gods be praised, baby.
Yeah, have fun.
To mistakes made
fuck it.
with your friends. Yeah! Yeah!
Jesus Christ!
Yeah!
No, not you two, Alec. Fuck.
Hey!
Matt's not the best. Matt's not the best.
Grab one, Matt.
I know. I'll grab this one.
Power through pain. Cheers to good friends and good games. I love you all. I'll see you all in Valhalla when I absolutely die from this.
Hell yeah, give me danger.
Wait,
Give me danger.
There we go.
Eh?
But really didn't do a second bump.
Oh, you already.
All right.
I've already slammed the sector, Ryan.
Oh Jesus, yeah, this one's personal.
Oh, it just tastes so bad.
It's bad. It hurts.
That's pretty gross.
I'm sweating a lot now.
It ain't great. Oh shit, that hit the same spot. I'm
It
weak.
tastes like if a goat shat gasoline.
Promethium?
Yeah.
Is that what that is? It's fuel?
A warp fiend.
It's a lot of
It's
things.
like Greek fire. If it touches air, it ignites.
Okay.
And it's like a mixture of Greek fire and napalm because it sticks to stuff and it's.
Well, Greek fire would stick to stuff too. I
Yeah.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. What was the question?
What are you most excited about for Slam Sector?
Actually getting into the hobby. I've only kind of been on the periphery. I've also always wanted to get more practice experience in learning the production side of things. I've done it in small bits here and there in between work and other different projects I've been working on. I started live streaming a couple years ago to start getting into the hobby a little bit more, did some video editing, some small side things, but I'm looking forward to learning more, gaining more skills, getting into production, getting into the hobby, getting into things. I'm still very, is it green behind the ears? Is that the phrase? What's the phrase?
New boot goofing.
Wet behind the ears.
I'm wet behind the ears, green gill, new boot
Green
goofing.
Guild, new boot
And
goofing.
I'm green gill, new boot goofing, and I want to get more into it. I'm excited about that. I've had a lot of fun so far. Huh?
New to boot goofing.
New to boot goofing.
Getting awfully close to Nurgle there.
Well, gentlemen, you did it. You survived, so there's nothing left to do but roll out the red carpet for you. This camera, this camera, this camera. Tell the people what you got going on in your life.
Hey, so September 12th, we're doing Slam Sector. We're going to do live battle reports on YouTube. We're going to start branching out into some other stuff later. Probably touching on video games when Dark Tide comes out. YouTube battle reports. Just look for Slam Sector. You can find us there. At Slam Sector on Twitter, at slam.sector on Instagram.
And praise Nurgle.
Yay!
Praise Nurgle! Give me danger!
Give me danger!